This review of Moto X Mayhem has been brought to you by appandreview.com. Moto X Mayhem has taken over the racing sector of the iPhone as the #1 racing game in the iTunes App Store. But with an extremely difficult control system, very few levels, and plain terrain, what makes people love this game so much? I'll be honest, this game took me quite some time to get the hang of. The control system relies heavily on the accelerometer to maneuver up and down the hills of each level, and while learning how to stay on the bike, I found myself awkwardly underneath it for a brutal ragdoll crash over and over again. It didn't bother me that it took so much time for me to learn how to control the bike. If anything, that's what got me hooked on the game so I wouldn't give up. But what did bother me was only having 5 lives to get through all 7 levels. And although I was happy to see a high score in online leaderboard, I had more fun playing the individual tracks by themselves, but was bummed out that the game only saved your race times if you completed all levels consecutively, not individually. It's easy to tell there was a lot of detail work put into the bike and the rider. Whether it's the dirt peeling out behind the bike or the way the rider tends to flail around as he bounces off the side of a hill, they flow together brilliantly in a fluid motion. The terrain looks good as well, but doesn't change much throughout the game, and it would be nice to see obstacles such as large rocks, rivers, bridges, and more to maneuver around and across. Moto X Mayhem is a challenging game that takes a lot of patience and skill to master, but it can be extremely addicting if you enjoy that sort of thing. And while it definitely needs a large level pack update if Okami Games would like to keep it in the #1 spot, it's not a bad buy for 99 cents. I'm Jonathan Luce, and this has been your App and Review. For more on the latest and greatest the iTunes App Store has to offer, check us out at appandreview.com.